Greetings everyone, please go mode and make sure everything's set. Oh, YouTube actually load up in the Twitch. I'm on Twitch. I just want to get to my live stream. I don't talking about some clips for you. Oh, I should actually start doing clips myself, but just haven't had time. Exhaustion does kick in more than I like. Everything's good to go. Rumble is still taking time to boot on up. Oh, there we go. Rumble just booted on. So let's go get started. Got a decent amount of replays for everyone. Let's do Japan versus Mexico. Time old enemies. Oops, wrong button. And boom. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Small on the south side as the red Japanese, we have a Canadian. Small on the north side as the blue Mexican, we have, I'm assuming that's Chinese. Either way, you have some questionable regional players, I guess the best way to put it. This map does offer a pair of big button spawn units here, so it's probably a good idea to build the trading post sooner rather than later because it gets some free units. One of you trading posts that you should go for immediately, as well as trade post. First cast of the day, and I'm already butchering up all my words. Ah. Neither player has selected a deck just yet. Good chance the Mexican player will revolt. They tend to be revolting. We got the Explorer, which is a forward name. And for the Japanese player, we've got the Lion Likes My Pixels, which must be a reference to something I'm not familiar with. And of course, the Sombros. Which at first, my mind autocorrects way too often. It may have some sort of form of dyslexia, but I just call it autocorrecting because I have no idea. Because whenever I first read this name, I thought it was some sombreros. And some sort of pun involving some sombreros. I do not know why. Either way, do have a wrong game. We do have a deck selected for the Mexican player. We do have, of course, the Haciendas and Villages first. He does have Cathedrals. There are no H3 cards, so he's definitely going to revolt. And probably H2. Or it does go straight to H3 and then immediately revolt. Looks like standard Japanese revolt deck. You got a lot of military cards in Age 2. And you guys got the double factory in Age 4. Yep. For the Japanese player, we got the new land deck, which is apparently better than the old land deck. Third Orchards, or the Shrine. Wait, ×2 Shrine Wagons. He usually doesn't go for that card, doesn't he? We usually see the ×4 or the ×5 Shrine Wagons, but he has gone for double Shrine Wagon 8-2. That's interesting. He's already gone for one round of them. I think there's some better cards than that, right? Even like the Team Economic Theory card, 8% collection rate, may result in more resources. This is interesting. It could allow him to skimp out on any sort of wood consumption Age 2, but then again, people tend to go for a large amount of shrines. We have now the Torii Gates being built in a heretical angle. Mexico's aging up to the Querétaro. not using next shipment, so he's not eyeing for the cathedral. We also do not have independence movements. We got the Hacienda deployed on field. I don't know why on this terrain just makes it look a little bit weird. Probably because it pushed up, some terrain down. But it looks like it feels slanted, probably due to the not decal? Is that the best way to put it? No. The imprint, the actual like design, the 2D picture design that gets put on the ground. In Of Heroes 2, it's called the deformation action is the actual change like the terrain, while the stamper is what it's called for the actual like decal on the ground. Not sure what it's called for Age of Empires 3 in this engine. Got the military wagon, and of course the Padre to supervise the military wagon. Of course, we do have a shipment of wood. He may be eyeing for some housing there or some other things. Military wagon not being deployed in the field. Or has been deployed in the field, just not deploying itself on the field. Barracks now on the way from the military rickshaw. Berry bushes being collected on up. And he is going for a shipment of the Yumi archers. He knows he's fighting against this. In possible deployment he can fight against from are the insurgents, which is a more or less a cheap Rodialo variant. The soldados, a ×2 musketeer, or the saltieros. So either way, the Yumi archers will be effective versus the heavy infantry, the Havinci, or just be neutrally effective versus the light infantry. So I think Yumi archers are a good shipment. They do offer poor torch damage. He is going for ×2 Yumi archers and random musketeers. And now there's revolting. We got the Central Americans. We got the artillery foundry and the barracks, of course. And this revolt does not convert the villagers in the way of the Second Amendment. And we've got Santa Maria's fire, so you will get some soldados. The 4 ×2 musketeers, that's effectively 8 musketeers. You'll receive a free petard with all future shipments, including this one. So he gets 8 musketeers and 1 petard, which is pretty good. But his opponent already has gotten a round of archers. They don't have a massive multipliers, but they have good range and damage, so they are still pretty good. Soldados. Petards punching. They will punch that man in the face with both their fists. Padre in general engaging. Padre goes down. Got a round of musketeers. All the soldados go down. Or nope, there's actually still a couple of them remain. The general's taking fire. The Petard is still alive. Insurgents being deployed in the field. I think of the Saltieros would be better. He also is playing on a Falconet at a really bad angle. He's going to try to focus down. If he can't get melee damage onto it, getting some gunfire onto it, taking out is very important. It's hard to deal with a Falconet in this, again, from your H2. But he does quickly pick it on off. Let's get some soldados. Of course, got the insurgents. I'm not a real big fan of insurgents, honestly, nor Rodialos for that matter. Because if you look, they are 11 damage melee unit versus the Yumi archers. They are 7, but of course plus 50% multiplier, and so they effectively have the same DPS in melee. Against these musketeers, which are 10, same damage in melee. Sure, they only cost food and they're cheap and they deploy in large numbers. I'm just not a big fan of Anthem myself. But that's just my opinion. Which is generally incorrect. He does take up the artillery foundry there, denies the 2 Falconets, and the Central American player backs out of the game. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Did I hit a button? Is sensitive. Yes, I know that's what she said joke. Either way, let's go and get started. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. So on the right side, as the Red Germans, we have Kali. And what type of skin is this? I'm not familiar with that skin. It makes me wonder if that's like a Habsburg wife or Austrian wife. Either way, I spawn as the north side as the Blue French. We have Marty Skazin, butchered that name, well enough to fit on somebody's plate. Be served along with some of the meese. That's clearly the proper way to pronounce the plural form of moose, right? We got, of course, a trading post deployed on the field by the French. The Germans 9 trading post. We have the House of Vaza, will give you access to some rural arquebusiers, winged hussars, and some torps. To be fair, if you think about these torps, that's a little bit expensive, honestly, but does give you... Yeah, that's pretty expensive. But it is one way to improve your villager count without getting a secondary town center in this age. And the other natives, we got the House of Oldenburg, give you another villager variant, a Rural Hunter, which are... I found out as well, I never really looked into these guys, but these are actually a counter skirmisher, even though it reads it right there. So they will, I think they do get affected by counter infantry rifling. Counter skirmishers, they don't get bonus damage against heavy infantry with counter infantry rifling. They actually get bonus damage against light infantry with counter infantry rifling. Not sure if that'll make a difference. Of course, a deck selected. We got the nice, not safe for work, fast fortress. Why is it called naked? Is it because it's a she? I don't know. Hashtag free Ulans. If not free, your shipment's more expensive because of it. It's a hidden cost. Just read the fine print. And the one, a fast fortress water. Only 2 cards here. We do have the Aachen regime. So you could access the Bourbons. That's how you pronounce it poorly. And of course, we do also have the Fur Trade, which is more of a, what's it called? A treaty card, but it can be quite nice. After all, if you're trying to do some sort of like fast fortress age up, you could collect up enough food. Let's see, if I remember correctly, get what, additional 50% return on food? All your food for gold or coin. So in theory, if you get, what, 600 food? No. Close to the 650 food, 700 food. Then you can click on that and you get enough coin for your fast fortress. So it can be useful for our fast fortress. But it's also one way you can get that going before getting the large shipment of coin. So it may not be super great, honestly, in comparison to those 2 cards, but does mean you also can get that going. Not only is instant, it also get it going before you age on up. But he has researched the advanced market card, so I have... Is there... Never really looked into how well you can trade for market in order to make it... Can the advanced market card make markets trading actually effective? I don't know. I never really looked into that. If anybody's watching the live stream right now, let me know if you want me to take a quick look at market trade values in Age of Empires 3. Is there ever a point where it becomes actually profitable? Because after all, you can convert food into gold at a pretty decent conversion rate with the Lombards. Got hunting doggos there, pile of villagers queued on up. French player has aged on up. We do over here have the quartermaster. The other cards here, it looks like aggressive age 3, aggressive age 4, not really like a multiplier, so it looks like Skirm Goon with Cuirassier support. Excuse me. More villagers being shipped on in, going for the steel traps.
Votre ordre?
And French Explorer is going to build it there. Cancel the Red's trading post. Looks like Red was slightly at pop cap, nothing too significant at the moment. Both players, of course, have a fast fortress style build. Of course, got 2 trading posts for blue. We got a pair of Uhlans now deployed on the field. French villagers are actually roughly similar to regular villagers when it comes to melee combat, because they have no melee resist. So Uhlans are equally as effective versus French villagers versus standard villagers. You do not get the very fine coat. His French villagers don't need a coat in this weather. They have this leather stuff.
Aufgabe.
I've got enough coin to age up for the German. The French? Okay, he is going straight food into the fur trade. I have no idea. It's now probably a good time to do that. Is he going to try to sell off all the food for coin? With the advanced market? I have no idea what the French is doing. Let's get the French player selected. He is getting hit hard by these couriers, or not couriers, Uhlans. Couriers do have decent guns. They could do some stutter step. One does go down. And the Town Center Fire is putting some big holes into that horseman. We got the age up here. The Exile Prince, that must be the fast age up one, because I only looked away for a brief moment. He is now going for the fur trade. Doesn't have a saloon there. Let's see, how's the profitability? If I remember correctly, it does plus 50% trade value in coin. This will potentially give him 1,500 coin effective boost. Plus, food does get collected up faster than coin, so it is a good conversion right there. A one-form conversion of food to gold is still a good conversion. After all, you do collect up from lines at 0.6. Right now, these guys are collecting up at, granted, there's a French variant, it's 1.35. Okay, turns to 3,000 coin. Wait a second. Did he queue up a bunch of villagers to stockpile food, gets converted, and then cancel it? I wasn't paying attention, but I think he did that. Huh, that's a good way to do that. Queue up a pile of villagers, which the French can do that as a way to bank the food, cancel them. That's interesting. I like that. We got now around another Uhlans point of view. Fast industrial, so much for the fast fortress. It is, of course, a fast industrial. He wants to get a big age up advantage. He knows the French player's build is slow. We got now 2 stables there to provide some French stability. After all, the French tend to revolt. He's going for dragoons, and even more dragoons. French villager does go down. In theory, you can have a queue of 12 units. So you can potentially store up 2,400 food in the queue. That's considered storing for this instance purposes. We do now have 10 dragoons, 15 dragoons, roughly being pulled at the same time. The age up still happening. He has the Order of Vaza selected. He brings them the torps. They make it torched. Against dragoons, skirmishers will be effective. The barracks will be useful. Plus pikemen. 26 always useful against horses. Now he's gonna pull the torps at the gold. There's gold in the hills.
Yes, Majesty.
This one's not being built. It's a torp trap. Here comes the dragoons. It's a good volley there. Body blocks up one settler wagon. They need to get the militia. Okay, there's a path there. There's a path there. He found the path. Does find a villager there. Red is losing villagers. Got a single skirmisher as well as a handful of militia. Got a very large number of dragoons. He did have a big spikes economy. Had a shipment of winged hussars. Yeah, Polish winged hussars. Also, since Vaza was a Royal Guard the champion, so that does combo well from natives. So he gets the winged hussars shipment as well as their Royal Guard to set active. I believe that is the guard. Oh, Royal Guard. Yeah, that makes sense. So I will also set in the guard variant, so that also combos quite well. He has the Vaza selected. He can bring in the Royal Arquebus, which is a skirmisher. Speaking of skirmishers, the German skirmishers take some hits. Got some falcon as well for the French. The thing as well, winged hussars, they're heavy cav, right? So they will get countered by these dragoons, even if they are an aged up variant. Being an age 4 variant rather than age 3 variant. And winged hussars, it's been a while since I've last seen them. They are, I believe they are classified as a lancer. They are native, hand cav, heavy cav. They do have a massive charge damage from attack with siege and AoE. So they will get countered by the dragoons. Their charge attack actually does less damage to artillery. So in other words, that's regular damage looks like. Falcon has to go down. He did lose the barracks. And there's a torp there. Providing a decent amount of income. Effectively also half a villager at this point in time. I still got severe amount of dragoons. He needs to get those Royal Arquebus. I'm not going to Royal Arquebus, a bit of oversight. They are Royal Guard variant. And a skirmisher unit is exactly what it needs. Heavy cannons gets a good volley into the dragoons. That's actually a really bad deployment, but they did get a good volley there. Crassier advance way forward. And the Crassier takes some damage. They had to slow down attack speed. I wonder if they were in some sort of attack mode. Dragoons now engaged in melee. Alright, he's almost out of coin here. He's actually about running low on food. Now he's bringing this. No, not horse artillery. He needs the ×8 skirmisher or the Jaegers. Him going for the artillery against horses is not a good idea. Red is making a lot of critically bad decisions. He does not have enough coin for the Jaegers, so it's not a possibility, but I still believe the ×8 skirmisher will pay him, do him a lot better than 3 horse artillery. Horse artillery they don't have the same damage effect against cavalry. You have now Shimmer Coin being brought in for the French. He has decent amount of wood stockpiled up, but not pulling out anything at the moment.
Es geht mir besser.
You can eye for some more trade posts. And the lack of Royal Arquebus still causes some issues. Does take out some of these dragoons. And so skirmishers are causing bigger issues. Does take out one of the horse artillery. Horse artillery, they're okay, but skirmishers should be generally better. After all, if you look here, they do have, what, 200% multiplier against light cavalry? Yeah, and their higher attack speed will make them go a much longer way. Plus, you get 8 of them rather than 3. We do now have the factory now being brought in. That does make sense. Factories are quite nice for economic reasons. And I am biased towards heavy cannon, but in this case, heavy cannon not going to be useful. The French is aging up now, going for the cavalry marshal, which I think will give him some cuirassiers or some hussars. Maybe dragoons, but I don't believe so. If the French would have aged up to the what's called the mercenary contractor, he could have got some some mounted infantry. No, mounted riflemen. That's the mounted counter skirmisher, which could potentially comboed well with the dragoons. It is a ranged heavy cav, so it will, and of course, have good multipliers versus the skirmishers. Granted, it is a very expensive mercenary unit. Dragoons, of course, more being employed in the field. He does have one ship available. He is going for some fishing boats. There are 3 whale deposits at sea, as well as plenty of fish deposits. And seeing as a pretty late fish transition, he can go more heavy on the fishing boats. Being shipment of cuirassiers. It's a ×6 cuirassier shipment, which is pretty good. And that will be very effective against this composition. Going for mass cuirassier, maybe the best choice right now. He's fighting against skirmishers, Uhlans, which are unupgraded, and horse artillery. He does not have the needle gun upgrade. He's bringing another factory, which is producing food. He's also producing winged hussars. He should also bring in some Royal Guard arquebuses as well. The Royal Guard arquebus may be a bit better than skirmish at the moment due to the fact that it is an age 4 unit rather than an age 3 unit. And we do now have the Prussian needle guns, the Royal Guard variant of the German skirmisher. We have now 9 cuirassiers. 9 cuirassiers here with 10 or 20 dragoons. That's a pretty heavy cavalry force. Cuirassiers charging way forward. He has a round of winged hussars, which is another heavy cav. Heavy cav overall right now is just not super useful. At least for the German. Take out the horse artillery. And now he's falling back. Not many too many cuirassiers. All the cuirassiers are now down. Dragoons have to be a little bit careful. He's fighting against a skirmisher. I'm assuming he has not upgraded his cuirassiers just yet. He has not upgraded his veteran dragoons just yet either. Factories are both deployed in the field. He doesn't really have any capabilities to force them down. Dragoons have 10 siege damage. Now we have some war wagons. Which does go down there. His explorers here. Let's take out more villagers there now. French has 46. The German player only has 28. He has not been keeping up with villager production compared to the French. I think he just used, was a sharpshooter or crack shot? I always forget which deck they have access to. But one of the wagons go down to the explorer.
geht mir besser.
More winged hussars, more skirmishers. Got another war wagon being put on the field. That was getting more skirmishers there at the last moment. French players bring in the villagers. He has a ×10 villager and age 4 card, which probably does provide him more value than a factory. But right now, he could really use the factory just to get out heavy cannon. He's fighting against a large number of skirmishers. He needs some artillery. Here comes Cuirassiers. There's a one war wagon here, which will cause some issues. Dragons are hitting the war wagon now. Cuirassiers will do fine against war wagons as well, as long as they get into melee. Cuirassiers getting some good damage here. Got a round of Ulans on the field. Now that's another round of war wagons. He does leave his Cuirassiers there, so he has Dragoons. What remains of them fall back. Order of Vaz is still not available. Now we got 9 more Cuirassiers. That's a lot of heavy cav. Has he gotten... No, he's not gotten cavalry combat. And he really needs to get the guard upgrade in those Cuirassiers. Because right now he's fighting against guard units, and he is not. The amount of fish are being collected on up. Right now the German player has been quite defensive. The French player has been quite aggressive. French player is not successful with his offense, but his economy is skyrocketing. He has effectively twice the amount of villagers. Of course, he still has a trading post on the field. More skirmishers and another war wagons on the way. One shipment available for the Germans. He's going for his Ulans, a ×9 Ulan. I don't think he has the guard Ulan up. Or he does have veteran Ulan, no guard Ulans just yet. Has some fishing technology. We do have the Boeing factory upgrade. Like decent amount of Cuirassiers here, but that's simply not enough. He has a decent amount of Dragoon support them. More Dragoons being deployed on the field. We do now have the Guard Dragoons research. And the factory's now going on up as well. French villagers could get hit here. Villagers going down. French players rotating around. The German players finally launching attack. The church is being set ablaze because he has not gotten the edicts and nanites. That quick goes on down there. Does find some war wagons here. Very nice. Two our war wagons go down. The Explorer does go down. Dragoons get a good volume on the Ulans. Of course, he does have now guard or Dragoons. Let's find some of these villagers here. These units trying to run away. All of them Cuirassiers. You may lose some of them. There's the skirmishers. The Dragoons gonna be caught in a really bad spot. They're already get hit by those skirmishers. Good marker there by blue. Wing Hussars being engaged by the Cuirassiers. Cuirassiers still being engaged by this enemy cav. Of course, our hand attack does have a slight bit of AoE. All the Cuirassiers go down. Now we got some upgrades here. Cavalry Cuirass. Now we got the Guard Cuirassier upgrade. Does take out the war wagon there. I think that was the crack shot or sharpshooter. Do now have a factory wagon. He definitely needs the heavy cannons. These are all dragoons up here in the Explorer. Got a outpost trying to be built here. Does get gunned down. She does utilize her ability there. More Cuirassiers on the build queue. Now it's going for the Range Cavalry Cavalcade as well as the Cuirass for the Cuirassier. Mills now going on up. Right now the French economy is at 76 versus 46. The French economy is still much better. And it looks like he's tasked of fishing boats onto Wales. Now I got the Town Watch upgrade. He may go for that upgrade we're not going to talk about as well. Yep, he's going for that technology we're not going to talk about. Belgic gets gunned down there. Now I got another Cuirassiers here. They do have less damage than the Wing Hussar, but a lot more AoE. Their health is higher. He's not gotten the cavalry combat just yet. Who's falling on back? Someone's just being hit there. Does get a good volley down to the Winged Hussars, as well as the Uhlans. Now trying to get out some more fishing boats, more Cuirassiers on build queue. We've got wood being collected up by the factories for the German player. Cuirassiers finds opportunity to hit these skirmishers. War wagons trying to rotate around. Cuirassiers engaging, as well as the Winged Hussars. As the Cuirassiers will go down. More war wagons in the field queue. While there's more Cuirassiers over here for the French. Okay, so now shipping around with skirmishers. It's probably times 14. Up north, got the war wagons being engaged by these various forces. It will be cleaned on up. Got right now 9 draw guard dragoons. We've got 19 other cuirassiers. Alright, push way forward. Just going for a straight heavy cav to counter the skirmishers. War wagons still in good numbers here though. They are guard war wagons as well. Skirmishers won't get overran. It may be good to use a trample formation. And these war wagons getting hit. They do have 20% melee resist. But the war wagons overall getting overran. They do have getting splashed down a little bit as well. Now got the Black Riders shipped on in, a mercenary light cavalry. Got the skirmishers, veteran skirmishers, the militia, and the cuirassiers pushing forward. Dragon's not making his way forward. Got another round. The skirmishers not pushing forward against the militiamen. Militiamen available for the French. Winged Hussars engaged in arsenal, so that should go down. Winged Hussars do have 40 siege damage, which is a decent amount of siege damage. But it will be gunned down by the dragoons. For the French player, we do have a decent number of cuirassiers and dragoons, and as well still the handful of skirmishers. With more cuirassiers now going for the Voltigeurs, which are the Royal Guard variant of the skirmisher, if I remember correctly. Right now has a mass amount of cavalry. Probably thanks to his larger economy is why he's doing so well. We'll take out the Explorer very quickly there. Ulan's going on down there. And some of these Black Riders are going on down. Grassy is going straight for the skirmishers. Dragoons moving forward, trying to take out some of these other units. Looks like all the cuirassiers will go down. Voltigeurs pushing way forward. They offer 24 damage, 20 range, and 192 health versus 192 health, 22 damage, 20 range, and slightly faster attack speed. So these guys offer more damage, while these guys offer higher attack speed. I think the higher attack speed is a little bit better. Jaegers now being deployed in the field.
Es geht mir besser.
More Winged Hussars being queued on up. He has gone for 2 of these research. This will give him delivers 5 Winged Hussars and add in extra range to his Alliance charge attack, and also adds in a little bit extra AoE damage for his charge attack. And boy, is that expensive. Let's see, that costs us 2,500 resources. These guys usually cost 300. So 5 times 3 is 1,500. That's paying basically 1,000 resources for a slight benefit in the extra charge ability. Order files are not activated. Also improve the factory collection rate, right? Yep, up to 8.25. It does not last all too long now, does it? It has now subsided. Which is we get inside the outpost there. Brassier's now engaging the needle gunners. There's also the vanilla Jaegers. Wagons are holding the line, trying to take out all these units. The Brassiers are just breaking through. We've also got a number of the Voltigers on the backline, which help engage these war wagons. Needle gunners do manage to fall back a little bit, while Brassiers come for a flank, and now there's the Hussars pushing forward. Looks like Red does hold off the assault, but he did take some losses. More skirmishers, more winged hussars, more war wagons for the German. The French players eyeing for more cuirassiers. It has a decent amount of wood and food. He is also researched or allied himself with the House of Oldenburg. And with Royal Huntsman as well as the Royal Hunter wouldn't be half bad because it will give him some counter skirmishers. Plus, this also can help give some other buildings some gold trickle. The skirmisher units, especially Royal Huntsman, inflict slightly more damage to other skirmishers. This also give all of his Voltigers extra damage against the light infantry, which could be very useful. That could be very useful either player. Even though it'll be just 10%, it does help out. Now the French player has shipped in some heavy cannon. Now I got the Monder pulled to the field. He's going to just try to destroy. Can it get in range of the factories? The long range attack may be in range of the factories. It will do 200 times 10, so 2,000 damage per shot. Factories have what? 5,500 health? Just 5,000 health, so take 3 shots. And now we've got the Code Napoleon and some middle guard before fields. Trying to get out his unique grenadiers. Heavy cannons to annihilate those needle guns. The grenadiers won't be effective versus these various cavalry units, but may just give them some extra mass. Middle guard now research. Here comes the middle guard. They of course have 50% range resist, 60% less damage versus cavalry. We got these war items pushing forward, drawing quite a bit of fire. More grenades for him. Pathetically bad splash damage, honestly. But he still has been fighting against a number of the Voltigers, which are of course, a skirmisher unit. He's not going to hold guard, gives him plus 10% resistance on all types of damage. All those, and Red's now flying back, has decent amount of winged hussars and skirmishers on the build queue. It looks like Red does back out of the game. I think it's the Monder. Nope, he just backs out of the game. His angry saying, "Take a watching," and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and great here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the south side as the blue Japanese, we have Canadians. Spawn on the north side as the red Italians, we have Bob Player. In which, there you go, that fixes that. When it comes to natives on the map, we do have the House of Fanar, which can give you out some free units. As well as over here, we do have the House of Witten, which can give you access to faster or significantly improved cavalry and shock infantry armor for a short amount of time. Also an H2 fort. You also can get out the Royal Saxon Grenadiers, since one giant Grenadier it ships additional giant Grenadier with all future shipments. So if you are more shipment focused, that can give you a decent amount of giant Grenadiers. I'm pretty sure that does not affect the church shipments for the Italians. If it did, that would be a little bit overpowered. Local doggo will go down. He will steal his soldier's last letter. Those pups will not receive his dying wish or his will. Shrine is now built. And now do have, looks like we got a ×3 fishing canoe shipment. Very nice. The new water deck, which is better than the old water deck. Overall, looks like it's standard Japanese with a little bit of water mixed on in. For the Italians, got capitalism being shipped on in. We got the #1 deck. And we also got the Croatian company here. The Shavonze, or the Counter Skirmisher. Got it, potential spammer, don't want your phone call. And the Kravets. Kravets are a light cavalry outlaw unit, which does have really high damage, but a little bit shorter range. I think their range is like 8. But I think their damage output is like 30. Something absurd. It's a weird card. He does not have the church card. We do, of course, have fencing school, Passaviers. No Passavier cards. He's going to probably get the focus on age for, how do you pronounce that? Bersaglieri, which is a light infantry unit, which toots its horn, but it's only available in age 4. So it's one of the few age 4 only infantry units. Along with the papal Zov, or however you pronounce that. Looks like Blue will kill off the Explorer, and we'll probably take down Gunman. Gunman goes down, and he will take the Baclavian brought from Ottoman Empire by Charles the 12th, worth 90 fuel, whatever the hell that is. Advanced Politician? Advanced Politician's a interesting age up. He's aging up with the Medici. I have no idea what this one is, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Advanced Politician gives out in age 2, because who on earth goes Advanced Politician age 2? Well, his opponent is going for the Torii Gates, which will give him a military rickshaw and a samurai. Let's keep an eye on the Italian player. Let's see what the Advanced Medici, Diki? How do you pronounce that? Lombards on the way. Is 18 villagers versus 18? Got the blanket filters there. Gets the Lombard. He gets 2 villagers. Did it insert coin into the Lombard? Pause the coin, it must have. Because it's too early for him to blow off pause and coin. So does perhaps give him a spike of food and wood? Not sure. For the Japanese players, bring in the shrine wagons, the lanterns, and the shrines attached to wood. Of course, got 3 canoes here, which does give him some fishies. Sorry, I just see this up here. Nobody actually make control group 7. I don't know if you can see control groups of players, but yeah, it looks like more of the players. I think the Italian player has control group 7 for his town center. We do not have the Ballistica, I can't pronounce that word, wagon. Lombards are being deposited with food and wood, which will give him a decent amount of coin exchange. Does get a round of musketeers. He does pick up his explorer, ransom explorer. Give him a coin, and musketeers now being employed in the field. And the Italian musketeers are nothing too special or at all. Japanese player has a shipment available. More shrine wagons being shipped on in. Musketeers straightforward. Katashkar musketeers, which are superior to the regular musketeers. Additionally, there's also samurai and the 2 monks, ninja ladies. Raid also has these musketeers pre-4, takes out gunman, will steal his trader abandoned exiles. Abandoned, probably dead. That's how's abandoned. More red musketeers being pulled out on the field. Got standing army. Okay, the Italian player is going straight. He's being aggressive. And look at that income rate. That must be the Lombards. He put way too much food in there. Okay, he has quite a bit of food going. He managed his economy quite well. These plus numbers also can be misleading because it doesn't also take account of how much food he inputted. But he's going for maximum Lombard at the moment. Maybe around Papal Guards wouldn't be half bad. Papal Guards does provide deflection aura. Now doing a shipment of the Passiveers. Right now, the only time going for the Croatian company would be useful if he starts seeing Yumi archers in the field, which they will give you a 7 of the counter skirmishers. Musketeer does go down there. Now the Shogun being deployed in the field. And a round of flaming arrows would be quite nice. Does he have flaming arrows? He does have times 2 shipment of flaming arrows. Some of these villagers can hit here. One villager does go down. More musketeers push away forward. The shogunate still will be completed in 40 seconds. It'll take time to try to torch down some of these shrines. Got some Passiveers, which are crossbow variant, which are more expensive, has some more flexibility and a bit more health. Overall, I'm not really too impressed with them. They only cost 5 more though, so not too terribly expensive compared to a red crossbow, but they're more significant wood. Roach does go down there. There's H-up, so he does get Daimyo Masamune. Log Flume being researched, a very fun ride in Age of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Villagers getting gunned down a little bit. Shared orchards. One section would be the ×2 shared orchards. More musketeers. Got the guard, discipline, Ashgar musketeer. Versus far away. The daimyo's back here. Red's now trying to torch down some of these shrines. Red is falling back there or forward, one or two. More Ashgar musketeers. Now they're disciplined, giving them a really high quality advantage versus the regular musketeers. The passiveers are not really a counter unit. He has gone for the extra hit points, so he does have a bit more quality to this stuff. But nowhere near enough. Now we've got a shipment of musketeers being pulled on in. Red is falling back. Got 2 flaming arrows here. Italian player is just not going to age up anytime soon. When it comes to the Lombards, he has all resources deposited on in. It's not really eyeing to pull out passiveers. It's probably a good idea to just pour in all the wood into the Lombards, so he does need some housing relatively soon. He has 40 villagers versus 25. The Japanese player has less villagers. And he's starting to lose some infrastructure. Daimyo Masamune charge way forward. Good hits there. Here comes the Hussars. More flaming arrows there at a bad spawn location. He really should avoid it back to the town center. Hussars, all the flaming arrows do go down. Great pick there by Red. Musketeers push right forward, getting some damage on these Ashgar musketeers. They are activated in melee mode. The melee is decent. Musketeers melee is actually better. They do have less health at the moment. More musketeers being brought in. Now there is more Hussars charging way forward. We got the sentries and irregulars. Sentries going down. So another pair of sentries here hitting some of the Hussars. Another round Ashgar musketeers now floating the field. Overall, blue does a pretty good concave there. Hussar's not going to accomplish all too much. Now the Infinite Frontier defense is being brought on in. Red's just trying to push on forward, streaming more and more units. Right now, his musketeers are slowly being picked on off. He's fighting against superior quality. So right now, the Japanese player is not building more villagers at the moment. The economy may stall out. But none of his... he does have 22 villagers inside the town center, so his economy is probably really stalled on out. Hussars making way down south. Got a decent number of musketeers here. 14 versus 15. So some of these blue musketeers are quite wounded. Red should have enough now. He does fight a handful of these shinobi, which are a form of light infantry. In this case, does not really matter. So it looks like Red is going to lose out. Hussars down here, engage some villagers. Some may have gone down. Got more frontier defenses for the Italian player. Technically, some 23 villagers versus 48. More musketeers just being brought on in. It's not a good victory for either player, whoever's winning. Looks like all the Hussars down here did go down. Got a red outpost here. Got, okay, those villagers collecting up food. Gone for more of the frontier defenses. The Croatian company, believe it or not, those Shavonze, there are light infantry, so they get actually countered by the Shavonze. More outposts being brought on in, which may just cause issues for villagers, I guess, but does do less damage for some villagers. Taking out some more of the Japanese shrines. He does have shrines at food. Shared Orchard's now shipped on in. Does lose his Shared Orchard due to exhaustion, so this will give him his food back up and going. Coconut receiving some fire there, not an important target. More musketeers and more hussars.
Comandi?
We got some of the flanking some of the exterior shrines, very nice. Shogunate taking some fire. Does go down by 20% of its health. Red has an army of 17 musketeers versus an army of effectively 18. So a good number of them were quite wounded. He does have standing army research, and he does also have the fencing school. His musketeers will go at a pretty fast rate. There's another pair of frontier defenses. We're gonna take some fire there. You may want to get Daimyo Masamune rebuilt. He has consumed both of his flame arrows. He's going for a round of Yumi archers. He probably should have gone for Yumi archers a little long time ago. They are effective versus these musketeers. And he cannot deploy out any Shavonze from the Basilica until age 3. He does not have access to his counter skirmisher. The counter skirmisher does okay versus musketeers, not that great though. Coconut takes some fire now. Coconut does go down. Musketeers moving forward. He does have a number of Yumi archers, but they are disciplined now. Those need to get on out of here. Those are taking some damage. Number of musketeers up here. Blue's center's about to disintegrate. Musketeers slowly go on down there. Got some more musketeers down here. Councilor's garrison with 20 villagers, so it has maxed out damage and then some. Right now the check place 23 villagers versus 58 Italians. Blue has held. Did take some damage though. Red could pass the eye for an age up. Musketeers per 4 trying to torch down some outlying buildings. More Musketeers being deployed out. He is still not building effectively any more villagers. And get back in somewhat quickly the ×7 villager cards. Does anything else here helps? Increased hit points for Ashgar Musketeers as well as increased damage. Same thing with Yumi Archer attack. Increased range for Yumi Archers. That could be decent. Oops, wrong button. Yumi Archers and Shinobi now engaging. Villagers do inside the town center. Some of the villagers are going to get gunned down. Here comes the Blue's army to help protect. Does find some of his forces here, so his forces are a little bit mixed up. Got the Yumi Archers could get hit by those Hussars, but they're only there in small numbers. More Shinobi being brought on in. Red's army will get cleaned on up. Japanese player has 25 villagers versus 62. He does have 2 shims available. He just may want to eye the age on up. Maybe out of yep, he can only build 1 more frontier or outpost. Those can hit some Blue's villagers. Using someone which is not great. He doesn't have that many. Another Blue villager does go down. He's down 22. Hussars being forced on back. Musketeers engaged by the Ashgar Musketeers in melee. More Ashgar Musketeers from point of view. Does take out another villager there. Freshly spawned one from the town center. Armies does get cleaned up once again. He has a good economy. How's the Lombards doing? He has quite a bit of resources stockpiled in the Lombard. And one more Musketeers. More Musketeers and Hussars to build a queue for Red. Blue's now trying to pull out some more shrines for this Shinobi. I could really send to get a secondary town center out, seeing how little villagers he has. Got some of these Yumi Archers there. Yasuma Archers, I should say. I don't think they're going to be too particularly great in the situation. I think it'd be better to go for one of these attack benefits. This will give this Ashgar Musketeers plus 50% damage. This will give you the Archers plus 20%. Red's Musketeers being chased out to sea. He does, of course, is fighting against a handful of Hussars, so those mounted archers will be effective against them. More Musketeers being brought on forward. Blue stopping them. I got those Musketeers falling back. More Musketeers pushing forward. Do now have a red dock here. For some odd reason. Musketeers pushing forward. Got a number of Yumi Archers here as well. I'm not sure the mounted archers at the moment. They are still back here. Red's Hussars do go down. He's still not aged on up. Grisham is available. I really do think he should just age up and then use those shipments Red's not fully out. Caravel to engage those handful of canoes, which is a significant amount of economy for the Japanese players. Up to 26 villagers. The Italian players at 73 somehow, maintaining good village production, I guess. Musketeers for 4 trying to torch down some more shrines. Something died. What? I'm not sure. Looks like some of the fishing canoes are under fire. More archers here. Trade archer still has plenty of food remaining. Red's musketeers are still swarming. And we've got more musketeers rotating around. Got more than mounted archers here. They do have 18 range, so they can stay relatively safe, but still be existing to engage the hussars. So we've got another round of hussars. We've got a handful of mounted archers there. Musketeers do go down. We've got barracks here, proxy barracks. He does, of course, have advanced production training times for those infantry. I do have the mill research going.
Grazie per aver pagato il riscatto.
And archers engaging these hussars. Oh, they're engaging the musketeers. Village can hit there. But none of those villagers do go down. He's at 23 once again. Four shipments available for red. Japanese player has a shipment available. He's not building more villagers. Low on food. Going for 7 villagers. I think that's a good idea. Another shrine does go down. And I've got some fishing boats to report about the Italian player. Picks up as explorer there, or monk.
Ove mi reco?
Or does go down. More fishing line research for the Italian player, plus as well as more farming research. Japanese player's not building more villagers. He has enough coin to age up again, but not really useful, honestly. Waiting for a hill castle right now to get out some more fun arrows, maybe a good possibility. Because the flaming arrows went down with very little contest, honestly. Overwatch just engagement before I read of the previous engagement. He has not researched Way of the Bow, which could give him +2 range on his unit archers. Got these musketeers finding some more shrines there. Japanese player needs to keep those shrines alive. He's going to be at pop cap soon. Or shinobi now being pulled on the field. Forces up here, more musketeers are streaming on in. Japanese place has 29 villagers, the Italians at 93. The Japanese player doing great on defense. Italian player just has a superior economy. If he just ages up, he would have a vast quality for his quantity. And now the Japanese player is going to lose some of these chariot orchard rickshaws. He does have another pair here. Once he consumes that, he's basically game over.
None.
Because the rice mill, he does not have the economy to spare for the rice mills. And is he aging up again? He has a good stockpile of resources. Or just having not enough production queues. He needs more wood. The shrine's been retested wood. He needs more housing space. He may need more production structures. That may be his issue because he only has the one barracks. More shinobi on the build queue. Got more barracks there. What is this game? County player has so much food at the moment. He needs the advanced Lombards. He needs to age on up. He has mass mills coming on up, but he needs coin. The fishing boats on both whale deposits. But he needs to age on up. He should have aged up a long time ago. His chariot orchard will not last very long. The Japanese player does have ship available. He needs times 2 chariot orchard. Yeah, he does. He has 5 shipments. There's the age up the bishop. And the thing as well, his opponent, the Italians, they have no age 3 skirmisher. I don't really care. You have to get steel bolts or to go straight to age 4. Cannon would not be half bad. He has 5 shipments available. I guess go to fort. He could get the advanced Lombard. He probably should eye to go straight to industrial.
1D.
Because I don't think he can, other than advanced Lombards, I don't think there's anything here that will really help him out in age 3. I think he needs to go straight to age 4 and get some good cards
Grazie per
there.
aver pagato il riscatto.
I mean, he's completely consumed the map's resources, just leaving some copper mines over here. Blue's trying to stage a breakout now. Got the trader orchard now being deployed. Oops, sorry, I hit my microphone and hiccup. He has 6 production queues, musketeers without getting them built by architects. I wonder how many architects he has in the field. I have no idea how many architects he has in the field. I see what appears to be collection books. He does. He's going for the advanced arsenal, as well as probably keep the advanced Lombards. I really do think advanced Lombards will do him quite well at the moment. He has 102 civilians versus 31, and somehow the Japanese player has not been crushed. We do see the veteran musketeers, and that may be what spells game over for the Japanese player. There's veteran musketeers. That will greatly improve the quality of the musketeers. They're still technically inferior to the Ashgar musketeer, but now they are cost effective. This one still has these Yumi archers doing some good work. He could try bringing some papal. No, he has 4 shipments. Don't go for papal lancers. A handful of papal guard for deflection would be half bad, or maybe just some falconets. Japanese player's now going for way of the bow. He maybe better go for times 7 villagers. I have no idea what he should go for. His economy is crap, and it's not going to improve anytime soon. He is slowly building more villagers. There's a military rickshaw deployed out from something. Probably from the consulate. And Red's musketeers are streaming in small single-file lines, which is not a good idea. Just throwing away musketeers. And now got the flintlock research. So having the musketeers come around back, Blue's just basically pinned. Red is also slowly picking away against the villagers, which is important right now. More Yumi archers in the build queue. And he can now age up. I don't know if that's a good or bad idea. He needs to get another town center. Maybe, what's the landmark that give him configurable bonuses? That's probably the landmark he should eye. I don't really know what will give him, will be super useful in age 4 for him to get. Or aging up. Okay, I think he invests his resources in something, not aged up. We also got a red town center here. Maybe, I mean, ×4 arrows seem like pretty good. Honestly, you can somehow squeeze out a hill for it to get out some flaming arrows that could be good. I'm just going for more of the arsenal upgrades. And he is actually at a villager cap. He's at 100 out of 99. Now look at the fort to be employed in field. He has 3 shipments available. Has he gone for advanced Lombards? Yes, he has. We'll go for those. I'm curious what the Lombards are looking like. They look like that. Nothing's in there, so it would be a good idea to go for both of these, I think. I have no idea. Now going for the homesteading research. Maybe go into Industrial Age, get your shipments, and then bring in the Brazil. Like seriously, this will be useful. Getting these guys available would be useful. Getting both of these would be useful. Getting the robber barons. Also, the Papal Bombar is the weakest of the heavy cannon variants, including the heavy cannon itself. But the usury wouldn't be half bad as well. Though I wonder if it's still bugged. Because last time I checked it was bugged. Then Hussar research.
Comandi? Sire?
Trying under fire by a single falconer there. He does have these mounted archers still alive, which are a good anti-artillery tool. They have ×7 multiplier against artillery. Okay, now let's bring in a round of Chevonze, which are counter skirmisher. They will be effective versus the disciplined Yumi archers. And pretty much just that. He's also not gotten the Sacred Band infantry available. There's Architect. He's at 1 out of 4. I think he should have gone for more architects earlier. Villagers are everywhere. Bring in Genoese financiers. Look at the score as well. That is quite a bit of a score disparity. Hussars charging down south. Hussars gonna go on down there. Got these musketeers from over here. Actually, there's 24 villagers. Now 25. And here comes Chevonze. With the counter infantry riflemen, they have a ×2.5 multiplier against light infantry. They have 18 damage, as well as 25% multiplier against heavy infantry. So effectively, they have what? 22 damage versus heavy infantry, so they will not be good versus the musketeers, or reasonable. But they will be excellent versus these Yumi archers. Of course, it does take time to deploy them out. They have to go through the shipment system. He has 4 shipments available. They all get annihilated there because he's been streaming them in piecemeal. Got a fort here, which can deploy some falconets. Bringing shipment villagers, going for more of the mounted archers. And there's counter infantry rifling. This should improve the Chevonze's damage against light infantry by 100%, I believe. I am not sure. Oh, there they are. Yep, they're now at the 3.5. So they're staggered quite nicely. Very good. Let's see, each one does 18 times it by 3.5. So what? 60 damage after damage resistance, roughly? Looks like 3 of them does one-shot a Yumi Archer. You get in groups of 7, so that gives you 2 rounds of them one-shotting archers. There's around Hussars there to engage these Yumi Archers. Now bring in the Genoese Financiers. Might as well go for the Lucian Financiers. We got the Falconet Financiers. And now I got a bit of sound bug coming. Alright, it's just swarming in all angles, but a bit piecemeal. Plenty of food here, plenty of food here. $30 villagers for the Japanese player, bringing large round Ashikaru Musketeers.
Comanditi. Ora sto meglio.
That's just Blue Cats and GG. Blue did a really good job. I usually don't look at the post game, but I am very curious about the post game. That's more than doubled. That's nearly tripled. That is more than triple coin. Infinite more export for the Japanese player, however. 3 units. Huh. What gave 3 units for the Japanese player? 9 free units. That does export? The whole units is export. Does that give him does that count as free units? I don't know exactly what counts as free units, honestly. And timeline. Let's just look at the villager population, villager count. Yeah, villager population. Yeah. Either way, this Angray is saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started on the next replay, of course, got the sound bug appearing. I also need to use the restroom, so I'm going to restart the game to fix the sound bug, and while it's rebooting, I'm going to use the restroom. Please give me one moment. And also get myself another drink. See, let's do some 2v2s next. We've already done some Japanese. Indian Malta versus heavy cannons. That sounds interesting. Way too sensitive. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the left side as the blue Maltese, we have Harax Fa. Spawn on the right side as the red Indians, we have Paul Mandra. Spawn on the north side as the yellow Ethiopians, we have FBXGM Wolfgang in sarcastic text. And spawn as the magenta French, we have Marty Saskin. Butchered that well enough. When it comes to natives and map, we do have the native House of Fanars and native Greeks. And over here, we got the House of Witten, which will also give you an Age 2 fort. There's also plenty of fish out of sea, 3 whales including, some really big fish. Witch Hunter does go down, and you steal his soldier's last letter. You monster. House not being built. Got the Ibex course hunted there. Maltese player, or as like the deck there, the 2v2 land. Do we see any team cards? We do not. But we do what appears to be, let's see, British tongue. I actually don't see this one all too often. Enables you a longbowman. Wait. Aren't longbowmen considered archaic? And they can get some archaic soldier combat, right? Yeah, doesn't longbowmen count as archaic? Why have I not seen anybody go for British tongue and the archaic soldier cards? Steel bolts only affects crossbowmen, not the, as well as the Italian passiveers, does not affect the longbowmen. So we have Southern Order Malta. For the Indian player, we got 1v1, which is the 2v2. Stand Mar. I don't know what Stand Mar means. But it looks like more or less standard 1v1 Indians. The Ethiopian, we got TE, whatever that means. Don't see any team cards. What's this card here? Cartridge currency. Infantry and cavalry grants a sum of coin in addition to experience when defeated. Huh, that's not bad. Fast Fortress, no something FB, no Facebook. And we've got the Italian firearms here. And for the French, we've got 2v2 semi-fast fortress. Looks like relatively standard French. We've got actually a team card here, the Team Singhalese Rifleman, which does also improve Hasua attack, which his teammate isn't. A very fine coat. We got the age up to the quartermaster. Here we got the Ari Matra, which is the House of Rats, right? Of rats. So faster collection rate. Economic Indians. Ethiopian players aging up to the Sudanese. The French is aging up to the quartermaster. I just realized something. I'm actually almost out of hard drive space. Oop. That minimized there. While this is going on, I can sort of move around. Keep an eye on some stuff. Oh, one of these players I can just simply follow, but looks like nobody's playing some aggression. So while that is booting on up some of the old replays already uploaded. Oh, and that gave me a whole bunch of space to work with. There we go. Now I've got some field hospitals going on in the field. Yep, that freed up. I had 25 gigs free, and now I'm 145 gigs. Sorry about that. Barracks going on up. We got, of course, the double crossbowmen being put on the field. The Indians can also bring in either Gurkhas or Sepoys help out, as well as some Raputs. Probably won't see any Raputs. The players bringing some more wood trickle. We got the prize bowl. Ethiopian player is now going for a pair of war camps. Right now, let's see, he's fighting against a good number of crossbowmen. So maybe some, let's see, Shotel warriors could be a good possibility. He's now pulling out some Shotel warriors, shock infantry. Elephant bashing his head in against the monastery. And for the French, we got a round of crossbowmen here, which will be inferior to the Maltese crossbowmen since they have 4 additional health. Now we've got a round. Oh, wait, he has gone for Raputs, which are a Rodialo variant. They also have really high attack speed. They are a heavy infantry unit, not a shock or infantry. Shotel warriors are shocks, and they do actually do bonus damage versus light, and also have even faster attack speed than the Raputs. They do move faster at 6.25. These guys move at 5.5. I think Rodialos move at 6, right? Mountain Monastery does go down. There's a massive number of Raputs. The Raputs is something I was not expecting. I even said I was not expecting them. French players pulling out some crossbows, which will also be effective versus the Raputs, while being generally effective versus the crossbowmen. I don't know if that little bit of extra health will make a difference, but do now have a number of the Gassienas, which are a heavy infantry. They have less health, but slightly more damage than a musketeer in range. Hotel Warriors trying to push forward. Only a couple Raputs there, nothing too serious. A decent number of Raputs there. Hotel Warriors get some damage there, falling back now. And right now, the French player has a large number of crossbowmen. The rare French crossbowmen being put on the field. Now we have some of the Sepoys, standard heavy infantry for the Indians. And just got mass crossbowmen here, in which the Indian players right now just actually a little bit of an issue trying to support his teammate with this. We are now seeing the rendering plant. We also got some more Sepoys. Sepoys should be generally fine versus these crossbowmen. Crossbowmen's not really a hard counter to heavy infantry, just more or less a soft counter. This barracks trying to go on down. He has the Shotel warriors push way forward. The Gassienas can help engage the Raputs if they advance, but there's not too many Raputs remaining. Additionally, with the field hospitals here, he does have access to some forward healing.
Yes?
Of course, I think it's out of combat heal.
Yes?
Grandmaster has been picked on up. Felipe Villiers, don't know what that's, is that custom or not. Oh, got the stomp there. Shotel Wars engaging, and now they're trying to pursue these crossbows. Sepoys are somewhat in the way. Sepoys have excellent health, excellent damage. They are, of course, a little bit more expensive than Musketeers, costing 120 rather than 100. Raputs push forward, they're getting annihilated. Now there's not many Raputs from forward. Shotel Wars advancing. They do have decent damage output against the heavy infantry if they ever have to deal with them. I also looks like I saw some kill animations there. I saw some weird animations. It's somewhat hard to follow, but it almost looks like there was some execution animation. If they exist, that would be quite nice. Last time I had to see an RTS of execution animations, it's Dawn of War 2. And those execution animations are pretty nice. Couple more crossbowmen there, and then you clean out infrastructure there. Takes out the villager there as well. So yeah, and they now need to start cleaning up this infrastructure. It looks like the barracks have been repaired up by a significant amount. Team Southside needs to abandon that infrastructure. It is lost. And will soon be forgotten. We got Ottoman allies here, which I'm not sure what he can get from them at the moment. The Ethiopian player has no cattle or the livestock at the whatchamacallit livestock market. The French can also donate some other cattle to him, and I'm pretty sure cattle can also fatten faster at a livestock pen, so maybe the French player can pull out a livestock pen, eventually fatten up some animals for him, or create a good fattening point for the Ethiopian player, and then he can sell them off. Thank you for the follow. Thank me for your follow. Thank you for the follow. Thank you me for your follow. Crossbowmen and the various forces pushing down south. Howdy. Barracks taking some fire, so that shall be lost. Got a decent number of crossbowmen here, as well as a handful of sepoys. Let's see, anybody close to aging on up? Ethiopian player is not aged on up. The French has aged on up. And he has veteran crossbowmen. Of course, he does not have access to steel bolts or anything to make his crossbowmen decent, but he should perhaps bring in some skirmishers. The amount of crossbowmen on the field is definitely a good idea to get that veteran crossbowman. Yep. I remember not hearing about... I grew up with Age of Empires 2, but more primarily with Age of Mythology. And then later on in life, I found out, oh, there's Age of Empires 3. Yeah, you can always still have fun with Skirmish. Plus, if you are interested in other Age of Empires, Age of Mythology Retold just recently released. And that is much more user-friendly since you have the self-production queues. So if you want to get back in Age of Empires game, that's probably the best and easiest one to get back in. Also my favorite. Looks like he is fish booming here, the Indian player. The French player can now age on up. He's going for the Papal Guard. For the German player, or not German, Maltese player is going for the German tongue. True, but it's a full HD remaster and it looks pretty nice. And I do know, I think they're continuing to work on it, so it's just up to you whether or not if you want to pay for it or not. Oh, no, that's still there. They just made it so you have an optional way of building a weaker town center without building tough settlements. Total War is getting some good damage on these villagers. They're getting hacked apart. Okay, a lot of villagers killed. Blue is not in a good position. Blue has... no, that's... yeah. Down to 30 villagers. Think so? I've never looked into it myself. Those getting hit quite hard there. He does skip out 28 villagers in total. 61, 30, and 31. So he's done more common villager numbers. But... Red still has a significant amount of civilians thanks to his docks. Maybe they should pull out some docks here and raid the ships. So then again, they're raiding the opponent's town center. I was not paying attention here. The French player is now industrial. Yellow. What is yellow going for? Yellow's aging up. His town center's here. He is going for the Hobbit Shah, or however you pronounce that. Going to fall back a little bit, so not being aggressive is giving Yellow some extra breathing room. The Papal Guard will allow him to get out the Guard Crossbowman, right? He's not going for the Guard Crossbowman. It's not a Royal Guard variant. A decent number of crossbows here. Sours or or Lancer variant, but and Shock Infantry are not classified as infantry. So the Shoto Wars will still be effective against these crossbowmen. Harder than AoE Age of Empires 3, harder than Age of Empires 4? Don't think so. I think Age of Empires 4 is harder. Age of Empires 3 is designed to be a bit more simple with the production queues of the barracks. Plus the shipment system is very different. So actually hard to compare the two, I would say. Blue and red have fallen back. Got now the Guard Crossbowman. You got the rare Guard Crossbowman. Now got, of course, Veteran Dragoons against all the light infantry and all the heavy infantry. I don't think Dragoons are going to be too particularly great. So there's a decent number of Sours, so they will be the counter to them. Maltese aging up to the Bishop. That'll move him, let him move diagonally a little better. Got the Charming Gate being researched. And the British allies. Over here, you got the Elite Infantry. So everyone's going to be age 3, except the French. They're age 4. Alright, sounds good. Got some French cuirassiers deployed on the field. That should be very effective versus these crossbowmen. And generally effective versus even the infantry since the AoE attack. Takes down some of those units there. Shotel Wars can rip apart. Not Shotel Wars, Rapoots. More veteran cuirassiers being queued on up. Right now, I'll just say heavy cannon could be quite nice. Always fire supposed heavy cannon. Got age 3, still being researched. Let's see. He's fighting against mostly light infantry and light cavalry, so heavy cavalry. Steel bolts, while it does give him +2 range, will not be a good option. So probably better go for archaic soldier combat if he goes for either of those ones. Order Malta, not so much. I don't know what he should go for his shipment. Militiamen now deployed on the field. There's Sevastopol Mortar deployed on the field. Sevastopol. There goes that field hospital. Oh, got the ceasefire there. Ceasefire does last for 20 seconds, isn't it? That'll give them some breathing room, give them the Maltese players time to get the veteran crossbowman. He is going for archaic soldier combat. It's probably the best one he can get right now. Veteran crossbowman not complete. Archaic soldier almost on the way. Red starting to push way forward. Some of these units are getting some hits. Sours push way forward. Rapoots now push way forward as well. We got some Nifitanias now below on the field as well. Total Warriors are engaged or having trouble engaging. Crossbowmen push way forward. Heavy cannons starting to get overran by the Tiger Claws, which are a shock infantry unit. A shock lancer, if you will. Maltese can get out Tiger Claws? Wait, how did the Maltese player get Tiger Claws? I must be going crazy. Magenta's or Blue's town center does go down. Shoto Warriors gains a bit of damage there, but all the Shoto Warriors have gone down. Magenta still has a sniffing number of these guard crossbowmen here. Sebastopol Mortar now engaging the barracks. Of course, we still have a heavy cannon deployed on the field. More crossbowmen push way forward. Also got that cartridge currency researched by the Ethiopian player, so he does get a bit of cash bounty, 25% cash bounty of the experience. Brassiers to find a good number of crossbows there. These crossbows trying to fall back. Sebastopol knocks out a group of those crossbowmen. Army swordsmen now push forward on the field. Apparently, these, while they're called swordsmen, they have a weird. Apparently, I looked it up. They have a weird flexible blade, hence that whipping sound effect. They're classified neither as heavy nor light infantry. They have absurdly high attack speed, a little bit AoE. They're a good unit, but not a mass-producible unit. And crossbowman does get a good hit there from a heavy cannon. Heavy cannon does go down. Yellow says he's gonna make a counterattack onto water. He has the town center here. And now we've got the Wardau named Wardau engaging the fishing boats. Probably named fishing boat. Saurus will go down there. I still got a number of the Gassianas and Nifitanias. Nifitanias are a light infantry unit. High hit points as well. Dragon's getting hit by these crossbowmen. Now we've got the elephant stampeding, which should be very effective versus Nifitanias, since they are, of course, a light infantry unit. Of course, the heaviest of all cavalry. Yellow says for his team to fall back, regroup. These crossbowmen probably gonna go down. The red and blue has stabilized. Blue has is rebuilding a town center. Ethiopian player has 47 villagers. French has 44. Maltese have 36, and the Indians going down to 62. And it is shrinking down. There's a good number of the fishing boats. He's ending his treaty with the French. Now French, British, I believe. He wants to be allied with the British. Who wants tea? Nobody likes tea. Sebastopol Mortar firing away. Getting some pretty good hits there. The Sebastopol Mortar is not really an anti-infantry tool. It does have 4 AoE and 300 damage, but no really good multipliers. Heavy cannons are just excellent. They do have 200 damage, but have a ×3 multiplier for infantry, so they typically do 600 damage. Nifitanias are not really a good choice versus all these crossbowmen, but they are decent versus sepoys. Another round of Romy swordsman deployed on the field. 25 damage of 1 attack speed. Also has skirmisher multipliers as well. Can you shoot and run some? Talking about, I guess he's talking about shoot and scooting. Talking about yellow. By the way, they need to remask another pair of heavy cannons. As French, yeah, the French player has got his both factories out, going for cannon. Why is the French going for more cuirassiers? Which should be good against the crossbowmen. They can be quite decent versus even the musketeers. Sepoys don't really have high multipliers, but they just have good base melee damage. Just going for cavalry combat, so it's transitioned to heavy cannon artillery. Maltese players going for villagers. Oh, we do also have a team. Send 4 Romy swordsmen entire team to spread Polari martial arts. Sets them from discipline that's exalted and honored. Wait. Honored, isn't that the final, like H4? Or is that the H3? Huh. Does it actually give the upgrades for Yorumu Swordsman? I don't really know. I still don't know how the Maltese player got Tiger Claws. This map is European, so there's no Tiger Claw natives you can get. Blue has an excellent number of crossbowmen here. Red has a handful of supporting units. That's a lot of heavy cannon. That can rip apart everything. We got some of the Masorian or rocket spoiler for the Indian player. Indian has Age on up. Got Nifitanias or Nifitanias on the field. Good skirmisher unit. A ping there from somebody. He wants his teammate to protect the heavy cannons. The heavy cannons will report everything. He needs to make sure he can engage the elephants. The only thing that poses a real threat. Ramen Source will pick up a good volley there. He's trying to hit the heavy cannons. One of the heavy cannons to go down to the rockets. He's counter barraging the rockets. One rocket goes down, the other one's almost dead. And rockets do go down. Got three heavy cannons still alive. He's really stacked up. This seems like a really juicy target. He needs some. No, he needs a micro, not hit the elephant. Good hit there on those infantry units. Good damage there. It's going to rip him apart. He's trying to get in the melee. Yep, he's going to melee. They do have good melee damage to Sepoys. Another pair of heavy cannons on the field. And now we got the Cuirassiers engaging. One more heavy cannon remains, but now here comes the two fresh one. Pikemen took a massive hit there. They're not even veteran pikemen. He just needs to run around in circles. Pikemen have really bad melee damage. They don't even pose really a threat to the heavy cannons. That's 10 damage, not a lot. Yeah. Even in melee, heavy cannons beat pikemen. Resist forces get cleaned on up. Looks like Team Southside's army has been disintegrated, mostly thanks to those... what's the mother call it? Heavy cannons. He has shipped him some great bombards from the Ottomans. More heavy cannons, more cuirassiers. Villagers and crossbowmen. He's ending relations with the Ottomans. It looks like he has some rice paddies go up and going. Got the Gastianas now be pulled in the field. And we've got economic theory. It's a pretty good theory. Maltese player has not aged on up, so does not have access to his own factory. Indian... can't the Indians... there's some way Indians can get a factory? I don't think there's any way they can get a factory, can they? Great bombards are very great. Now he's allying with the British. Again, it seems like he swaps back and forth between the two. He has only 300 export at the moment. But he has a pretty good export rate. Let's see, does he have like any sort of like advanced export?
Yeah.
Nope, still standard export. Heavy cannons do get a good amount of damage there. Rice trade. Magenta says attack. He has 4 heavy cannons. Dell's moving around over here. We've got a war camp going on up. Heavy cannons. Do not fire a volley off there. He can take out the great bombards pretty quickly. There's nothing really to stop all these cuirassiers. Oh yeah, oh boy, now it's like time to activate Trample. Heavy cannons slowly push the way forward. Trying to get his heavy cannons back in range. Yellow took a massive hit there. The Great Bombards are still alive. He needs to focus on the War Elephant. C4 is charging forward in melee. I think he should have kept pressing forward the Cuirassiers. I think falling back there allowed his teammate to get disintegrated by the Great Bombards. Some of the heavy cannons are going down. This wall is not fully built, but I think it should still block some damage. 2 heavy cannons remaining. 1 of Great Bombards to go down. Heavy cannons counter barraging the Great Bombard. And now I've got more heavy cannon being shipped, being deployed, and flanking the army somehow. Now I've got more of the Nifitanias being employed in the field, as well as Swinging Plow. More Cuirassiers. There's another pair of heavy cannons deployed on the field as well. Got more crossbowmen being pulled up by blue. Now we've got the Maltese player is now bringing a lot of villagers. He has 75, so he's done a good job recovering. 88 villagers for the Indian player. Ethiopia player has 87. The French has 63 at the moment. He does have Triple Town Center. We also got, oh, no, that's the trade, isn't it? Not the fishing boats. The waterway research. The way of the water. We got a large number of heavy cannons in the field, 6 of them. Cuirassiers find opportunity to engage these crossbowmen. There's some pikemen. Venom pikemen now engaging. Which venom pikemen should rip apart the Cuirassiers. Tanyas started stepping away. Handful of Cuirassiers push forward. Yellow just needs a fall back. Magenta could eye setting up a firing line there with his cannons. Let Yellow draw them forward or backwards. What we do. Waterways improvement now complete. Now we got some siege elephants. Does act as a partial counter artillery and doesn't offer any infantry now, do they? Heavy elephants gain some good damage there. They have 3% range resistance now, and also over 1,600 health. There goes a set of walls. Cuirassiers now engaging the elephants. Siege elephants don't have any multipliers against infantry. They're primarily a support unit, anti-structure, anti-artillery unit. Heavy cannons get a good volley there. Siege elephants take some damage. They have 28 in range, same in range as the heavy cannons, same attack speed as well. But it looks like the siege elephants do go down. So we got 8 heavy cannon there now, not just 6. Now we can second band infantry being queued on up for the French. Age 4 for the Maltese. We got the Papal Guard, which will perhaps allow him to get his veteran or guard research for his pikemen crossbowmen. It may be, since this area is being very focused around here, it may be a good idea to go for some fixed guns for a good defensive point. Magenta has built stone walls along this line. There's also a surgeon here that can still be recovered. You see this dog? He wants a belly rub with the surgeon. He's too afraid of dogs. There's age up. We're also going for a large number of culverins, which is probably a good idea. We got more red coats being shipped on in. It looks like it's been going for basic red coats, not in any advanced shipment. It's also going for another round of elephants. What type of elephants was it? These were honored Maohauts. The French player is not building anything at the moment, looks like. He's going for some research, such as Town Watch. And also the research we're not going to talk about. Gunner Squadron, I really don't like, they should really change the icon for that picture. I think it originally was affecting archaic archers, but now it's just improved for artillery line of sight. I hate it. Just change the picture. Now I got Byzantium's Legacy from the fan art, which does provide buildings and hit points have more hit points. Okay, that can be useful. Now Ethiopian players going for the Romo. Don't know what they provide. We got the prize bowl as well, which he's been not really been getting the livestock stuff. They are max, so he should get a decent conversion on the livestock market. 750, of course. Now he's aging up. He's going for more Nifitanias. Got a decent number of fields on the field. And now we got, of course, the Basilisk artillery, counter artillery. They'll turn their opposing artillery to stone. Yeah, Squeak's 360 no scope. More look like a 720. We got 5 culverins for counter attack. These guys right now have 54 damage, same multipliers, same range looks like. They look like they have a bit more health than normal Culverin Royale. If they can find a good volley there, they have to keep it just away from the Basilisks. Better Cuirassier is straightforward. He does not have the guard Cuirassier complete. Better Corval has before the field. Yep, has less health than Basilisk. And a little less damage as well. Heavy cannons trying to break through the elephants. We got these guys are very stacked up. I just want the heavy cannons to annihilate whole formation. But once he gets rid of the elephants, then he can push forward and hit the infantry. These elephants are just very, very tanky. Some of the heavy cannons have gone down, but now some of the stuff will go on down. Lines are going down. Yell's trying to focus on the Basilisk, because if he takes out those, his teammates' heavy cannons just rip apart everything else. One Basilisk remaining. And now they're falling back. They realize they need their counter artillery, or else they will get ripped apart by those heavy cannons. We got more of the Arbalisters now being pulled on the field. And they're getting ripped apart there. He does have also times 2 multiplier on these guys, so he must have gotten steel bolts, which I don't think he's been fighting against a whole lot of heavy infantry, so it may not have been worth it. If steel bolts have been researched, he's also got his factory, which is currently cooking up wood and getting blunderbusts. Guys do have a decent amount of health at the moment, that's for sure. More than these champion Nifitanias. At 24 damage, 20 range versus 29 damage, 19 range. So these crossbowmen are equal to Nifitanias, and they're also cheaper, so they're fully upgraded and they are quite nice. Elephants now advancing. Heavy cannon will report the sepoys. But right now they're hitting the elephants. Right now the getting hit there. Saying needs a gate. Culverin Royales engaging the Basilisks. Massive formation now going down. Got a number of the guard pikemen floating the field. French cannon push way forward. Maltese player has a good amount of food and wood, since he's gone for a crossbow armory, that's good. So right now, wood is probably a bit more harder to obtain material. That's why this factory is producing wood at the moment. Heavy cannons just trying to back on off, get on the other side of the walls. But pikemen have excellent anti-torch damage, so they can make short work of these walls. But they're pretty healthy at the moment. And here comes heavy cannon. Heavy cannon not really firing away. There they go. There goes the crossbowman. I'm not sure why the pikeman didn't take shots. This prize bowl is fully fattened and very delicious. Age 5 for the French, who got the general now being selected. I have no idea what he provides. And I don't think he's gotten any, you can get out Imperial cannons, that could be quite good. Sacred Hand Infantry times 8. He has access to the Golden Retinue, which could be useful if he ever gets around a cavalry. You have a good idea to build some native embassies to start getting some supplementary forces. Even if they have unupgraded, a 0 population will give them just more mass to throw at your opponent. Got a number of basilisks to push away forward, more crossbow for the Maltese, and more basilisks on the way. Soldiers for the Indian player, and going for walls. Research here. More of the Gassinas, heavy infantry. Good volley there on the pikemen. Gets counterattack on the counter barrage on the Basilisk. Blah. Does take out that wall, but he's gonna take some fire there. Around a Cuirassier's point of view. They're still not even the guard Cuirassiers. Got some rockets pulled by the Indian player, which has higher attack speed than heavy cannon. Or that lightning outside? Or was that gunfire in the game? Well, it looks pretty sunny outside. Got some of the Oromo warriors. I'm not familiar with these guys. They have a musket charge attack. Those are their heavy cav. Yeah, heavy cav of a charged musket attack deals 52 damage. They do cost food and gold. Trying to take out the Basilisk. Right now, I don't feel like they're being well deployed. They do have pretty good damage and even faster attack speed. They seem like a pretty good heavy cavalry, especially the charge attack. They do manage to find the crossbowmen, and they're just ripping them apart. Got some seaports will push on forward. The Cuirassiers could push forward to help the Oromo warriors. They can push forward. Got some blue forts here. The Oromo warriors do have 37 siege. Does the French player have the church research? Yes, he can go, and he already has some. He perhaps can bring in the young, middle, and old guard. Grenadiers wouldn't be half bad. Help deal with the structures, as well as deal with all the pikemen and crossbowmen. One fort does go down. The Oromo warriors going down there. Basilisks do get a good volley there on the heavy cannon. The French has 9 heavy cannon in the region. That's a lot of heavy cannon, which annihilated a round of pikemen there. He has a Maxwell Sacred Band Revolution. He needs to click on it. He won't get anything more from it. That'll give him, what, 10 musketeers? Excellent volley there. Massive hits there on the pikemen. They all get annihilated. More pikemen being pulled in the field. More pikemen being removed from the field. It's a slaughter for the heavy cannons. They have a lot of good juicy targets. Of course, got the Blues Basilisk now push way forward. And Sepoys here in decent numbers. Yellows, Gaussianas just don't feel like they're doing enough. They do have good attack speed. The more wounded they get, the more attack speed they get. Yes, they do. Now got this units pushing forward. Got some veteran boyars mixed on in, some native warriors. Another blue fort shall go down. That was probably, those two blue forts were probably from the Maltese ×2 fort card. This one. And I still believe he really should have gone for some fixed guns here. And there's Imperial Age for the Maltese player. So all but the Ethiopian players now are what's it called? Imperial. Now he's going for shipping supplies. So I got 2,000 wood shipment there. Very nice. Ethiopian player, what are you going for? He's going for feudal armies, makes units train faster. Maybe a good idea to bring the semi-fastened, I don't know, maybe Italian firearms. He does need a bit more influence for that. This will give him some, what's it called? Little bombards, which are basically a paper bombard without deflection. So those see them, bombard area plus 25%, attack damage area plus 25%, or solid shot plus 25%. Reduces the culverins though. But all the other artillery would be better. Yellow's now trying to push forward with his Romo warriors. Pikemen in pursuit. He probably won't snipe the factory. He start hitting these villagers. We've got a decent number of rockets shipped on in for the Indian player. Sepoys in melee mode to keep the French cavalry at bay. Good volley there on the Gaussianas. Now it looks like Yellow's taking some of Magenta's medicine. And now with the Age up there, he's going for the Arabs. Brassiers and Boyars for forth. They do overrun the rockets. All the rockets do go down. Pikemen push for forth, getting some good damage. Crossbowmen getting hit by the Brassiers. He has Imperial Arbalists. Arbalisters. Now we've got some of the Imperial Trabants, which is similar to the Papal Guard. They do have the deflection aura. And also have a bit of siege resist. Good volleys there. The French heavy cannon is still in a good position. Shelter Warriors pop in the field. Managed to find an iron push on top of the Basilisks. Those go down. More crossbows deployed on the field. We've got more of the Imperial Saxon Cuirassiers to assist the French Cuirassiers. Structures going on down. More Gaussianas for the Ethiopian player. Shipment available. What you should go for, I'm not sure. Oh, looks like the Singapan Revolution actually got to level 8.
Merci d'avoir payé ma rançon.
Here's some, oh, Gatling camels split up by yellow. Gatling camels should be pretty fun. A bit more mobile anti-infantry unit. They are classified as light. They are classified as light cavalry as well as artillery and mercenary. There's a good damage there. These sepoys are exalted. Gatling camels firing away. They have times multiplier versus infantry. Basina's trying to take out the Basilisk. Heavy cannons do find a good volley there. Right now, the French player has not been deploying any more heavy cannon. He can use Golden Ripnir. I think he forgot about this ability. It says greatly improves their armor. I don't know how much is greatly. The French player can also start the trade monopoly victory. Seaports are going down. Heavy cannons start going down. Siege Elephant goes on down. Of course, with some of these Trabants in the area, they do have the deflection aura. They also have that pistol charge attack like the Papal Guard. Assume they have that papal, advanced papacy unit stuff. Red is disintegrated. Yellow has pushed on forward here with the little bombards. Or not so little bombards. Oh, these ones actually have 4 attack speed, which is pretty good. Got ceasefire by the Indian player to let them regroup. And he could try just abandoning the artillery and charging to his opponent's base. Magenta needs to push forward and actually probably hit the Karen Mata. And there's the trade monopoly victory. Good volley there. Got some Nifitanias there, engage these pikemen. Oh, now got some of the Imperial Amazones deployed on the field. Good damage there on those sepoys. Oh, there's also some gold. An untouched copper mine here. Single heavy cannon remains. We've got a decent number of pikemen engaging the cuirassiers. A very large number of pikemen. Imperial Tremonde has a nice 999 HP. Going old-fashioned RPG health. I don't know why that just looks nice to have. Now we've got, of course, these shipped-in French cavalry for the Indian player. Trying to deal with these units. These are light infantry and these are shock units, so they should be decent versus bow for their AoE. Turtle Warriors will see bonus damage from the pikemen. Zorian rocket will go down, and so the Basilisk. More crosswind being pulled out over here. Trade Monopoly victory has 3 minutes remaining, and it can be a bit difficult to see. He has 6 at the moment. I don't know how many trade posts there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If my maths or counts incorrect. So they need to destroy 2 in order to stop the trade monopoly victory. 2 terribly. This one's not actually claimed, so that can be a bit difficult, honestly, now think about it. If again against some good damage there. The hell is not straightforward for this army. More crossbow being put on the field. How's the Indian player faring? He's trying to get more sepoys. They're coming out slowly. Right now, that's his problem right now. He just has trouble remaxing. He's going for a shimmer for rockets as well. Looks like Magenta has been forced out here. Yellow's pushing forward over here. There's a saloon. Socket Bayonet now research for somebody. Right, seems to have been cleaned on up slowly. Yellow just streaming reinforcements, Magenta's here as well. Taking out those rockets immediately. 1 minute remains before victory. And I don't think red and yellow, blue and yellow will break out of their base. Total War streaming on in. Elephant engaging the Sebastopol mortar. Here comes Sepoys. It will take a bit of time for them to break through this gate. It is, of course, a bastion gate. I don't think they can break through in 30 seconds. Plus, they have not destroyed one, but 2 trading posts. Yeah, this is gonna be game. There's now waving the Titanias there for defense, and that is game. That was a pretty good game. Let's take a look. Resources. All of them are actually quite similar. They're all in the same ballpark there. Indian has the highest free units. I'm not sure from what. Not so sure what counts as a free unit or not. The economy, military. Let's see. The French has the highest units killed. Smallest military, since they tend more. He's been more relying on the heavy cav, as well as those heavy cannon. These small units lost. Great small units lost. Both of these guys are relatively similar. Villager population. This is where red lost his fishing boats. All the other players stayed pretty similar. Somewhat similar, somewhat balanced between the two players. Yellow got a big size spike of villagers here. Some sort of advanced shipment of some sort. A ton plus 10 shipment perhaps. Not sure. Of course, blue and yellow stayed high, and blue and red will start going down as they start losing units. Magenta didn't really get a mess. Oh yeah, that's French. He maxed out of villagers. That makes sense. So the fact that Magenta's actually keeping pace with the other two at this point means his economy is actually much higher than anticipated. I'm curious. All resources gathered. Actually, no noticeable spike. Red had a bit of a spike there with those fishing boats, but everybody else stayed pretty similar. It was a pretty tight game. By the way, this is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. So, it's getting a bit late for me. My voice is starting to go out, so that shall be my last replay tonight. So, everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening, and get some good rest.